Okay, so okay, I'll allow you to speak for 5-10 minutes to open up yourself and ask any general doubts, general question. I'll try to answer it. After that, we will talk for 30 minutes about Q&A part of side. What questions are asked, how you should reply in that
Sir,
situation. All that I'll explain
sir, I
in
had
detailed way. So
actually a
12:30 we
question
can
about
close.
like, as you know, sir, previously when I was working in my first organization, we didn't have a basis consultant. So I was into MM, QM, and basis.
Hmm.
So, like mostly, I have not worked into basis. If I'll say it is basically the part of security, that is PFCG.
Hmm.
So, sir, that is what should I mention, because I have not yet mentioned it anywhere in my resume.
You can add on if you want to perform. Okay,
So,
in next
anyways,
organization you want to perform basis activity and they don't have any basis person in their organization to handle it, then you can mention that you have basis experience. If you mention in the resume, that's one comedy or funny thing was like meme is there. Someone mentioned I am good in swimming. Okay, I say hobby, and there was a like heavy raining, and manager is saying you have mentioned swimming is your hobby, right? Just swim and come to office. Like that. You mentioned basis your basis knowledge you got in previous organization, you would have got some exposure, but now you forgot everything, right? You are not able to recall what you have experienced in previous organization. In case you want to explore more and add on your additional skill, you can add on. It's not a problem. Okay, but after adding into your resume and they are looking someone consultant who knows basis knowledge also, they will not even hire basis person to that particular project. Maybe simple basis setting need to be done from your end only.
okay, sir.
All right. So yeah, you have to decide if you know like PP, you know QM, you know SD or any other functional module along with your module. Better add on that knowledge only instead of technical knowledge or basis or ABAP or security GRC, whatever you are talking about, right? So
Okay,
that
sir.
you can add on as a knowledge you have about this. If anyone would ask general questions during client discussion, and you are a lead consultant today, and you can even talk in front of customer about the same, right? At least that hot moment you can give a little cushion to the customer that you know about basis. Then there is a timeline where the organization can hire basis consultant based on the need only. If need is there, then they may outsource, or maybe they may ask other project person basis team to take care of this basis activity. Like that, they will balance. So you may get more pay in that case, right? Uh, like generally speaking, if you want more pay, you have to take up more activity in the organization also.
That is correct, sir.
Anyone have a general question like this? This is a really good question. If you have not got any solution or answer from anyone, so I'll try my level best to give experience that you can.
Another experience that I just want to share, because I have actually done a lot of interviews. I have taken interviews as well as I have, sir, given
Please add
interviews.
this.
Yes, sir.
Please add this. Whatever the discussion interviews you have did from last couple of months on, and how did you manage to select them, right? You can add that experience. No issues, I think. Don't mention your company details or something. You can directly mention about your experience. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Basically, sir, what I have faced right now is that means basically in every management that I've seen, I have a manager. So the manager comes up to saying that there is an interview, you have to take care. So, sir, basically what I have seen is that management nowadays is basically looking for a person who is more proficient with the business process than of SAP.
Right. That's
Means
true.
mostly managers nowadays they come up with saying that the attitude should be good. The people, the guy who we are hiring should be able to learn it. Doesn't matter his technicalities how much, but he should be good with the business. Means the behavior, the talk, the way he behaves in the company. That is what matters a lot. Actually, what I have seen currently, sir, in my previous two companies.
True, true, true. Not only a few, most of the companies nowadays are hiring who has whether too much knowledge, many knowledge about technology. They will not look into it. They'll see the behavior, attitude, whether this person can balance the project what we have. That's it. Okay. And see, learning can be managed anytime. That always my one of the directors used to say, "See, Prashun, we know how to mold you. We know how to tackle the situation. Already we have experienced so many years, and we don't want to break our head by hiring someone who is not ready to follow us, right? 99% of hiring happens where they see whether this resource is going to handle the activities what they are expecting to complete. Okay, but if you join as a contract employee, it's a different story. I seen one message from in one group that yes, if you want to make more money, you want to earn very huge money, then accept contract position, because contract position only for a limited time. They want for 6 months or 9 months. They hire you for a role what they are looking for to complete. Then your knowledge level should be very high to tackle that situation and finish the project. And again, you look for other project. They may pay you high package. And I have seen couple of working professionals who always go with the contract position, and even they take a break also. Once the project is completed and they make good money out of it, then they will go out with the family and enjoy their vacation, and after a month they apply for the other company to join the position. So when you have a very good experience and knowledge level is very high and the kind of approach is really good, there are a lot of positions are available as a contract position. Okay, how long you work in IT? Maximum 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, right? I always say this: if you want to work for 10 clients, so every project will be like 1 or 2 years, then you can be a contract position. No personal like emotional attachment to the companies, and you join the company and work for a couple of months and achieve the requirement, and there's no management politics or anything you see that, right? Not required to go and just butter manager to get a more hike or something. No, not required at all, right? No, not in a rude way. I just say that if you want to be in that zone in a consulting side, so you have to take your decision, right? What later we can discuss on the same. Okay, okay. So imagine now you are a very fresher to SAP module, and you have trained by some other organization, and you're looking for an opportunity with the domain of something. You are into procurement, you are into a quality management, production line, whatever it is. Okay, so there they may ask this kind of questions. Okay, what are the types of special stocks available? Then you should know what are the special stocks. Okay, should be very clear. Okay, which are the special stocks available? At least if you don't know the special stock, then how you can explore and say about this subcontracting, consignment, pipeline, sale order, I think ARTP, stock transfer, third party, like that are there. Okay, project stock is there. Project stock, sale order, I think this is not directly sale order, this may be removed here. So I can say subcontracting, consignment, pipeline, then returnable transportation packaging, then stock transfer order, and third party. Third party is more into sales order side. Okay, a sales side, SD side. What are the types of info record? It's again simple question, right? Standard, consignment, subcontracting, pipeline, four are there. And what is meant by consignment stock? Again, you have to explain about the consignment stock. Then what are the steps followed in consignment stock? These are all basic question I can say. Okay, subcontracting cycle. Then what is contracted schedule agreement? Then how does the system calculate taxes? What are the configuration need to be done, right? And what is meant by batches? How you manage to handle a batch and search batches during GR time? Right? This is all I think general basic question. What is meant by MRP type and lot sizing? It's more into PP and MM integration. You should know about MRP run, how it works, how you manage to create a requisition automatically from MRP run, right? Then you should know about scaling concept, how it works, scaling. Whether it is there in contract level or quotation, you can look for a scaling. Like that question may asked, right, in the interview, right? And about block stock, then how to create a PR or PO by MRP. Is it possible to create a PO directly through MRP run? And yeah, there are a few questions you can find here. Automatic account determination configuration. What are the steps to follow? Then pricing schema, steps, pricing procedure to be taken care. Now, how do you manage to do that? And this is a simple question where you can they may ask like, what is the difference between the stock transfer between two plants belong to same company code and those belonging to different company code, right? Intra and inter STO process you can explain, and you can give a more example whenever you are explaining the SAP process. Better you can give a small example of a cement industry, or maybe any industry which you are talking about. In reality, why they will go with the intra STO and inter STO? In which cases you can find such a scenarios to be implemented, right? So if you don't know what business process really there in the project side, then you should not add much about your knowledge on business. Better you can add about SAP knowledge. Okay, just you have to balance with interview questions. Okay, there are a lot of questions are there. These all questions I can say 150 questions are there. I think more than 150, or I think This is prepared, collected by a couple of website we have collected, and maybe Mayur has prepared this document. I'm not very sure. Okay, so this you can correct. These all questions are, it's all about 1 to 3 years experience, not more than that. Okay, when I see more about MRP procedure, MMCBP, all this, maybe 2+, 3+, OBOIC settings, all that you can find here. And I'll try to take other interview questions also. Okay. So problem is that after goods receipt and after invoice verification, reversal of goods receipt is being done. Client wants the more controlled as the GRIR account is being. So no reversal to be done after invoice verification. How to approach this? Right. So this is a path need to be followed to handle such a movement. Reversal should not be allowed wherever the process is managed, like GR is done, invoice is done, suddenly they go and just do the reversal. So it may create a challenge with the finance side. GRIR clearance account will be held up. Right, that's the reason you have to work on this particular configuration. You can propose to the business saying that, so to avoid the situation of reversal activity, you can go and just manage this configuration in the system. I have created a new order, a new vendor. Later, I found that there were some mistakes and that I want that system should not allow me to take, like to make any PO or post any entries to this vendor. How to deactivate the vendor? Again, this is the simple question. I can say how to deactivate the vendor, not to use it for the purchase order to create. Then you can go to supplier master level vendor. There is a option like you can go with all company code or single company code, all purchase organization or single purchase organization. There is a selection screen is there. You can check box. If you do all company code, then it will applicable for all the company code level. This vendor is not used to procure the material. It will stop that this vendor is blocked. And in message level, you see that is only warning. Better you can change that warning to error message. So a business will not able to create any PO with respect to that vendor. Make to order is not basic knowledge of module. It's more into, I can say, it's a business level knowledge. What is make to order and make to stock? That two MTS and MTO concept you should know. In which case, make to order concept will come into picture, and how this product will be manufactured individually as per the customer requirement. Whenever you have a order, then definitely you are going to work on the make to order process. If some cases where you keep a stock ready, and whoever put an order for that particular material to buy from you, then it's called make to stock. Right. It depends on the forecasting of the customer requirement. You will be working on MTO and MTS concept to implement in the organization level. How to delete material completely, right? How to use that, how to follow the transaction code to complete material deletion. What is the T code to use that, like what is the use of tables in MM, how the tables are get created, right? There's no creation of table. The question is not right. So tables are not, like table you can create in the system by you going with SE11, but table get updated. This is all Mara, MARC, MARD, MBW, MEKV. This all table data will be updated via activity you are doing on the transaction or master data. It will get stored in that particular table. If anyone asks to create a table, then definitely you have to go through the T code SE11 to create a new customized table. Okay, maybe the question can be changed in this way: how to create a table and how to transact the, like how to check the table in which T code or which table number in table name you can add, and you can check the data. How to create new transaction code? Again, that's a simple question, SC93. And what are the types of special stock? All this you can follow. I think this is all basic question only. I have seen that in this document. So you can follow all the basic questions. Let me check any specific entry question which is difficult and managed to handle in the live session. Okay. So when you're talking about differences between release procedure with the classification and release procedure without classification, when they are used, this is a little like a medium level question, I can say. Immediately you are not able to answer for this question if you are a very beginner to SAP consultant. But if you have used that option for with or without a classification, then you can easily explain. Okay, so here you can see the answer also why you are going with the with classification or without classification. Let me check any question. I think this format is not good. After few starting it is good, later it is like mixed up with many things. Okay, this is more about detailed knowledge about what are the T codes are referred like when you are a very beginner to SAP consultant, so at least you should have a standard knowledge of whatever transaction codes are available. Not required to remember every T codes in the system what you have, what you are following, but at least you can say about OX 10 or OX 02 or OX 15 or OX 17, right? You can just say about your major configuration you're doing, assignment of this particular purchase ownership plan you are doing regular basis, right? So this you can mention about your T code knowledge, not required to remember everything, right? And see, here you can find a lot of questions about basic level. So just refer this document, which has like more than 50 pages are there. So make sure all these basic questions are clearly handled by you. If you're going with the 3 plus or 2 plus or 4 plus, if you're not able to handle the standard SAP given options or best practices, you are not able to handle that question, it's difficult for you to crack the interview, right? Even you have got a deep knowledge about enhancement, development, or customization from a particular organization level client, but if you don't know how to handle the basic questions, then they may judge you that you have not experienced, or maybe you don't have much knowledge about this area. Okay, I think all these are basic question. I don't see much challenging question for 4 plus or 5 plus. These all basics only. This you should know, mandatory, you should know all these answers without any doubt. Okay, just you can take this all example of documentation from Mayur, so we can share with you to refer this documentation. Okay, and I can take one more document which I see from Zaran Tech. Last time I have opened this documentation. Okay, so essential point, this also more about uh, basics only. I don't see much about uh, like a deep dive knowledge about 4 plus or 5 plus. So I directly put up some questions. Okay, so what are the questions will be asked during experience of 4 plus or 5 plus? I will just in a video mode only, I will just put up such questions, and if anyone have answer, just please explain in the live only, or else I just put up questions, and it's your choice to get answer for the same. More questions about experience level. What generally I ask is experience level people, 4 plus or 5 plus or 6 plus 8 plus experience. Firstly, I talk about how you managed to handle recent implementation project. How you managed, what are the areas you have explored, and did you get any RISE-W object during this requirement which you have gathered, right? Like this, I'll put some questions on experience wise, right? If they say like I managed to handle integration part of this particular module, then I'll put up more question in STO side, right? So if if you ask like what are the questions are asked in the STO, I generally ask like how did you manage to handle root determination part. Root determination part is not simple knowledge, right? It's a more about you have to get into a logistics execution. There you have to handle your all the configuration of route determination and how that route determination will be coming into a shipping tab in the PO level. So I may ask question like this. So imagine what are the prerequisites are to be maintained to get the shipping tab in the STO side, STO, PO you're creating. Or I may ask like in case of multiple shipping points during the delivery time, there are multiple shipping points are there. You got a outbound delivery. Now imagine there is a shipping determination, like shipping the data need to be created. There's a T code VT01N, I think. VL02N for output determination changes to be done, and VT01N for the shipping part. So how you manage to handle multiple shipping points, how you board, okay, take a product from one location and you then ship it to one location and ship it to other location, to multiple places you have to drop your product for the order which you got. How do you manage this? And even I got such questions in the interview. And one question I got in this way, uh, the the organization is in Dubai, okay, and they are getting some product from other country, okay, then they have to transfer that to India. Like how, which process you follow? They have to purchase somewhere and they don't want to get into Dubai location to ship it. It should come to directly to Indian business unit. How you manage all this activity in SAP system? And one more question I got like this, there is a product or motor which was sold some time back. It's like 6 years now over, and that motor got just break down. and they have supplied that motor to your premise, and you have to take out all the product from that, which is like reusable. You have to remove all that product, and that you have to take into your stock, and other all product which you have in that motor to be scrapped. How do you manage this activity in the SAP system, right? That kind of question will be asked. Then about this integration between and I used to get a lot of questions on quality inspection, inspection lot, generation activity, and even user decision process. How do you manage to handle this? And there is a situation where you got a 10 number of scrap product out of 50, and already the goods issue is done to the particular sale order, and few products are got now scrap after you uh, transfer to a customer end. In between, it got scrapped, maybe damaged. How do you manage uh, to take care of that particular product? To return that to a supplier to rework and get it done and get into your stock, then you supply to the customer. Right? There are a lot of scenario-based questions will be asked for the 4+ 5+ year experience people. Okay, and they may ask more about your strategy on handling the data migration project too. Right? How did you manage to handle the lakhs of data, like more than 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs data, and how did you manage that? Okay, how did you manage to handle 1 lakh data, 2 lakhs data from a legacy system to SAP system? Whether are you able to handle it through a LTMC tool or LSW, or whether it is required BDC recording to create a Z transaction code to upload your data from a other system to SAP system, right? um, some cases like they may interviewer asked about interfaces. Did you work on interfaces or third-party logistics 3PL system will be there? So how do you manage to handle multiple freight forwarding cost from a particular freight forwarder? There are like 2 3 freight forwarder will be involved in the process. How do you manage it during GR time, posting time, right? Or maybe how do you manage to clear the invoice for a ordering party, like a supplying supplier, and how do you manage to clear the invoice for the freight forwarder? How do you clear the invoice through credit for the freight forwarder? Today you're receiving the product, and you just confirm to the freight forwarder that I will not pay immediately for your requirement. Every month I will be clearing your overall freight forwarding cost. How do you achieve this requirement? Right? There is a situation where you are going with split valuation. Then split valuation has a different option, like repaired product, overall item, or maybe new item, or maybe some product will be kept in a showcase as a model. Okay, it's not like for selling like as a not for selling purpose, it's for just for the show. Okay, so how do you manage to handle this split valuation in such situation, right? And in some cases, like business is looking for only standard price to be handled in an entire entity. They don't want to go with the uh, moving average price. So how the costing team will take care of costing run, or cost control activity will be taken care? Is it like they will run cost control for the entire material they have, right? Please mute your mic, Jyoti. Jyoti, are you there? Please mute your mic. Mayur, please take care of Jyoti's mic.
Yes, sir, to
Okay, then what generally asked? See, sometimes they ask about different phases. Okay, you say like you have managed to handle implementation project. Um, I can ask like Teja, tell me now, where exactly you can manage which phase is taken care in cutover activities process? Which phase? Is it like a relation phase, or maybe deployment time, or is it during preparation or explore phase? Which phase? Definitely, they may ask like which phase you handled this cutover activity for the production live, before live project you are making live, right? And what are the manual configurations are taken care in SAP module? Like these are the configurations are taken care in development as a change. It will be moved from TR, will be released and get into the production system. What are the manual configuration? Like there will be list of manual configuration need to be done, right? So that question will be asked in the interview. And then they may ask more about difference between how do you decide about going with the contract creation or schedule agreement creation? Can you give a couple of example of why this business should only go with the schedule agreement, not to go with the contract in such situation? Can you explain how you tackle business is not ready to go with the schedule agreement, but they are comfortable with the contract? But if they follow schedule agreement, system, they may save some more money, or maybe solution will be more clear, but they are not ready to take up. Then how do you convince them to take up scheduling agreement? Right? What are the ways you can implement if they are using contract today in ECC, but when they move into S4HANA, is there any feature given by SAP as S4HANA side? Best practices given any extraordinary option to handle it? Or how do you manage this first that FRCF something is there? Okay, there are few options are there in scheduling agreement. How do you achieve that requirement to manage the scheduling agreement in effective manner? How you manage to handle this output configuration for a contract, schedule agreement, and purchase order with the same output type if you want, business want? How do you handle all the forms of a contract, schedule agreement, and purchase order in a single format? And you have to write a logic in a way that you have to explain to the ABAPer to write a logic, or maybe to develop such a form. It should be applicable for all, same format, but only the details will be different. Maybe for scheduling agreement you get scheduling agreement number and that other info, and contract you get contract info, then other headings, and then info of that item level, and detailed info of item description, and some conditions. Then footer details you have to change. How you manage to handle for 50 company codes? Right, one project which I handled where 56 company codes were there. So if every company code has different language to be achieved, then how do you manage to handle the different languages for the forms? Right, if you talk about enhancement, if you want to add one more field, one more z field, or one more tab, or enhancement need to be done on the particular transaction code, is it like, are you going to do it in the sanity code, or you're going to use it something else? Do you develop any z transaction code to manage such requirement? You have to explain such thing in a real time. And if they ask like, how do you manage to handle Z table? What is the reason of managing the Z table? Which situation Z table is required, right? Storing of extra data from other system to SAP, right? So that time Z table will be developed, and whenever that action happens from other system to SAP, it will be stored in some directory. From that directory, you will be uploading into the particular transaction code. Automatically, it should happen. Then it should update the table level details. Or are you able to manage through manual update of this which transaction code to use to update that Z table manually? And is it managed by a users in the production, or it should be given to a consultant activity to handle such actions? So many questions they may ask on the experience wise. So you cannot think about only preparing SAP MM module from a starting to end, and then I can go and talk to a interviewer with this experience. No, it's not going to happen, right? So for that only, you should have a proper experience of a 4+ or 5+ year experience in a particular organization level with proper business process, which you have gone through any project level implementation, but you have not into a particular to handle. You have to prepare well accordingly. Then only you can apply for the position what company is looking for. Okay, try to make all the points, like what maximum interviewer may ask questions with what area, which area of expertise, right? If I talk about as MM consultant, you should know more about the configuration of initially enterprise structure. Based on configuration, what you should know, you have to be very clear. Firstly, you should know about the plant level configuration, then store location extension, then purchase group creation independently, then purchase organization level. You have a multiple option like plant specific purchase organization, then company code specific purchase organization, then standard purchase organization, then reference purchase organization. All these four, how it works in a real time. You just read something in a Google and do it in a like you just try to explain in the interview. They will know already. As experienced person, like I have this much of exposure, I always ask like, now explain me in a real time, how did you manage to take care of reference purchase organization? What situation you come across through that? What situation standard purchase organizations are used, and how did you apply it in a real time? So that is the question, right? Simply you cannot say, I created this by going through this path and configured this and assigned to this particular plant. How many plants you got, and how many purchase organization you got in the project? Is it like 5 purchase organization, 10 purchase organization, or 1-to-1 purchase organization for all the company code? Right, so this kind of questions will be asked about the configuration side. Is it possible to handle deletion of entry when you are making this live in the production system? Once you have done all these things, and the business is asking to delete some entry in the configuration, it's possible. If there is no data managed in the production transaction level, or maybe material is not created, then you can do it. If something is already loaded into system, is it possible to delete the configuration from in SPRO side? Check it once. test it in a sandbox, create some configuration, go and create couple of data in a transaction level master data and PO you can create, then go and just try to delete. Is it possible to delete? Right? After deleting, are you able to create again data in the same combination? All that you can test it once, right? And once you make a TR live in production, how do you reverse the same changes? What are the process to be followed to reverse the TR from a production system? If some issue happened, some changes are moved to production with the changes or ABAP development, and it is impacting entire system. Maybe it's not even allowing you to create some purchase order because of the changes which recently moved. Maybe direct procurement is happening, but indirect procurement is not happening. So it got stuck in that way. How to revoke that changes and how to research that what was the recent changes are moved to production? Who is going to take care of that? Right? So all these questions are asked. And if you talk about how much knowledge you should know about module, at least 80% of what module you can see as a vast module. It's very huge, right? In ACC, you should know entire whatever the areas expertise you should have. And other than that, in HANA, whatever the recently changes are introduced by SAP and what is the use of that features given by SAP, you have to explain clearly to the interviewer. Even they ask like what is the use of flexible workflow instead of classic release strategy, and you should know about classic release strategy in ECC and flexible workflow in HANA. In HANA, both are there. You can activate flexible workflow if the business is looking for it, or else they want to follow the classic release strategy only. You can propose the same only. But I recommend whenever anyone asks in the interview, you can say that I have recommended flexible workflow for the business to handle this kind of a requirement. It's very easy for the business only to take care of all the conditions to maintain in the Fury application. Not required to go and maintain again in the SAP screen on the GUI side, right? It's very easy. You can balance it in a Fury application, right? So at least you should know what exactly in a HANA system you can manage to handle other than ECC. At least 10 points you should know, what differences you can see, and then accordingly you can explain to the interviewer in a best way, right? And even you can give a more understanding of extra experience you got in your current project. Maybe you would have managed to handle customized pricing procedure, customized release strategy. Then you would have managed to handle automatic determination activity, and you would have taken care of contract output determination, scheduling agreement output determination, then purchase order output determination, GR side output determination, GR slip management, and all the form management. Then few couple of validation requirement what you got from metal master level or maybe PO level validation. Like if you don't enter this info, your system will not allow you to save it. Like through the field selection, it's not possible to make it mandatory. If that is not possible, then what is the option from ABAP side? You can do a validation. If you enter this plant combination with this purchase order combination, whatever it is, it's a system will check this combination, and then it will ask for a particular field to be entered. Maybe requisition number need to be entered, or maybe some tax need to be entered with this combination. A procedure need to be considered, or maybe GRIR checkbox, GR based invoice verification checkbox need to be checked for this particular plants only, right? How to handle that validation requirement, okay? Or you can take better master level, you are going with split valuation, then definitely it should pick up the particular validation class only. Or else user, what they'll do, they pick up a different validation class to save the material, but later once they receive the goods and do invoice, and it will be hitting different GL account, then it's difficult to reverse everything and change the metal master data again, right? For that reason, I have worked on one of the projects where they are asked to do a validation. So with this combination, whenever you choose this particular split valuation selection in this particular accounting view, that time system should only default this particular valuation class, or it should not allow you to save with the different valuation class. When you add this valuation class in that case, right, it will throw an error. This is not possible to assign this valuation class for this particular selection like that. It will throw an error. That need to be done with the support of ABAP. You cannot do it through the customization, right? You should know very clearly with what customization you can change all the system requirement and achieve the best practices what SAP given from a client side. That's called straightly, I can say it's a fit configuration. In case the configuration is not possible, like you have to go with the changes only, then it's called gap. Gap means SAP given option is not able to achieve what business is looking for. You have to write down all this gap which you are seeing in a discussion time, explore phase, or maybe during the relation time also you can get a couple of changes from a business. You are going to analyze all the gap which you got it, and after analyzing, then you are going to give a solution that with this changes, or you are going to do this update, and then it's possible to manage this gap need to be solved. Or you are not ready to do this report development through the SAP, you want to go through the SAP S/4HANA BW HANA is there. Through that you want to develop some report, we will be helping you to give a database of this table, and you can write a proper logic to develop a report through SAP S/4HANA BW. Right, the reports are generally developed nowadays with the that application, that module only, not through the Z transaction codes are not really managed in the S/4HANA implementation project. Okay, this kind of knowledge is mandatory for everyone whenever you're going for interview. If you are feeling today that I have a very minimal knowledge about SAP module, then your job is to upskill, update, add on more knowledge, experience. You have to get it from different consultants or senior consultant or lead consultant working in a different company. Talk to them, gain maximum knowledge from each and every people in the market. That's why I always say that if you build a community with between either a circle, or maybe you connect with more and more experienced people, there is a chance that you can gain all this knowledge free of cost, not required to pay a single penny to pay and learn. So how did I learn or experience all these things? Because of my community with my connections, where I ask some small help from someone or known person. So that person will not charge me, right? Like, okay, pay me Prashun this much, I'll teach you. No, nobody will take as money for a small support or helping on some subject. Okay, whenever you're looking for a more support and long term, you have to take support from anyone as a mentoring and coaching and educating you until you get placed. That time the charges will come into picture, and you can follow the system in a short time instead of taking 1 year 2 year to get such experience for longer time to earn higher package. Set your time for 1 month 2 months, get such experience, then achieve the target what you're looking for, then you can get a good income source or package. And the profile also you can build year by year, you can update accordingly as per the job market. And one request to all, one suggestion from my end to all before I close this meeting, it's daily basis preparation is mandatory. Daily basis, 1 hour 2 hours or 1 hour daily, how you are managing your daily activities, right? Day-to-day activities, same way preparation or maybe upskilling yourself is mandatory in this fast moving technology. And very faster everything is moving, right? From last 3 years or 5 years, a lot of things are coming, and we are under pressure now. Okay, so better prepare in that way. Don't get panic about the situation what is happening. So one fine day you will achieve it, whatever you experience for 1 month 2 months 3 months, and you see all these preparations are really good, and then you achieve. And don't get panic when you get a lot of information from multiple people, and you're not ready to even listen what they're saying. You're not ready to sit and discuss about what is happening, what knowledge you have today, what gap you have. Write down all the points separately. Write it down. Right, you have to analyze your current skill, current exposure, current experience you have, which is not really sufficient to handle the interview asked by any particular organization. Then you have to revisit again and again until you get it a proper experience. Nobody will hire you, right? If someone is offering you 8 lakh package, 10 lakh package, they expect you to make a revenue of 5x 50 lakh business minimum, and 8x or 10x they may set to recover your salary what they are going to pay, right, every year basis. So there is no end until we are alive here, working for an organization level. Your approach should be a consistent preparation of achieving what organizations are looking for. I always say to all, don't prepare for Infosys, Accenture, or PwC, Deloitte, or this company only. You take Q&A or from that organization what they're asking question. No, that's not the right way of preparation. I just shared a couple of examples that you can at least make your standard knowledge stronger. Then later you have to prepare for globally. There are 100 companies are looking for a role of 4 plus or 5 plus or 3 plus. Apply for such position. Even they ask any questions from anywhere, you are able to answer the question, and you can get an offer, right? When you target more and more, maybe out of 50 organization, you may get 3 or 4 opportunity. Maybe in future you have a backup of knowing about these companies already. Then you can switch from one company to other company after 2 years 3 years experience. Yesterday someone asked, like, Prashun, your status is showing that if you change more companies you will reach a better package. Then it's not like you are like what I can say, you are saying about uh, genuinely you're not working for a company for long term, is it good or bad? I can say that if company is paying you a better package and the company is giving you such opportunity to upskill yourself and execute more and more project, which is not routine job, and you know about your time is like wasting here and there just for their business to execute, right? In case you feel it's not right to be there in that company, then you can replace your position with other person who is not even knowing about what you are doing today. You can give a chance someone to replace your position. You can jump from this company to other company where the company is looking someone is more expertise in this area, right? That company can get a benefit of your experience, right? So I'm not saying like you have to ditch some company and jump into other company. Like joining a company 3 months, 4 months, you take money from that company, and that money 4 months you take and you have not done anything to the company, then it's wrong. It's unethical, because company has to put up that effort on you, and within a 6 months or 8 months you jumped into other company by taking all the salary for 8 months. How your heart or maybe mind will accept it? Don't do that mistake. Okay, if you have done really great job in the company, you made a really good result to the company, 1 year or 2 years you have experience, but your position is still not great and you are not happy to serve that company, you can reach out to a organization HR once, discuss with them, and to tell about your current situation, what you are feeling and what you are expecting. You inform them at least this priorly, indirectly you can inform before only. Then you are looking for an opportunity for a changing job is fine, no issues, because even they also directly say that okay, we are having this much project only and we are paying you this much of package, we may give a hike of 5%, 3%, or 1% also, not even single hike to you next year, because the work you're going to continue. It's your choice to change your job or continue over there only. And you can upskill in that duration of work is not that much you have, and but salary is coming, and you want to upskill in that year, and then look for other opportunity in other companies. Okay. And transition from one area to other area also, you can do it. You are feeling bored of doing this SAP consulting and you are not happy to continue for another 10 years in this technology, it's your choice to change to other technology. Nobody will stop you that to know about AI or data science or data analytics, whatever it is. You can switch at any moment, right? It's all about your choice, how you want to build your career, how you want to settle down in a company with a position, or you want to retire early and you want to run your organization, that you can do it. I have got a couple of questions from a few. Hi, sir. I'm having 1.7 years experience in other domain, and now I'm taking training under SAP HANA. Yes, what questions? Interviewer may ask questions like, okay, firstly, if you're taking training, complete the training. Firstly, whatever the content need to be covered, and go through the practice of the same in sandbox, and try to make all the documentation ready, whatever you're doing today, and try to give it to your coach or mentor to ask interview questions within that subject. And then accordingly, if you're able to clear or crack the question what asked by mentor, then try to prepare a resume with the whatever knowledge you acquired. It's not like we have covered, or maybe the mentor who has covered this much of knowledge. It's not mandatory to have such experience to all, right? It depends. Whatever you got into in your mind, or maybe you have practiced, try to make all the points, and then you prepare a resume and go for multiple mock interviews. Because I may ask a couple of questions as per my experience. Another 3 or 4 experienced people can ask multiple questions. Try to keep a minimum 3 mock interviews before you attend the interview of outside, or maximum 5 interviews. Well, I can say one story where last year he attended 10 mock interviews. Then he had cracked, I think, 3 interview from outside and he joined one of the MNCs. Okay, so it's your interest. You're reaching out to different set of people in a market with the experience of 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Just say my name, that this person has recommended your name to take up a mock interview. Can you do it? Can you do a favor for me? I will not take more than 30 minutes of your time or 45 minutes of your time today. Can you schedule a meeting with me? I would like to discuss with you. And this is my resume. And can you help me to take a mock interview? This is a way you can approach any experienced people. They may say, okay. Some people say, no, I'm not interested to do it. So when you reach 10 people, out of 10, 2 or 3 will be showing a positive response to take care of that. Okay. Then I am working as an end user for 6 years experience. If it's possible to directly move into functional consultant, I can say yes or no, because it depends on your exposure. Whether you have got a very good exposure of 6 years into an end user level, you would have got a lot of exposure of managing a consulting role without having any training, or maybe without having any coaching from any experienced people. It's possible, because if anyone hiring for a fresher role of a domain of 6 years, they may train you internally, but nowadays 99% of organizations are not training any separately for a project. Okay, so they are expecting someone is trained by outside only, and already they know that most of the multiple organizations are there outside who train on particular requirements, and then they will propose their resume as a 3+ year experience of SAP MM support. Right? Why you should go as a 6+ as a end user? Mention your resume as a total 6+, in that 3+ as a supporting this particular client, and such experience of this, then you can look for a company who is hiring for a 3+ year experience requirements. You can definitely balance as per the organization level requirement. Hello, sir. I have a Tashwini, 5 years of experience in the logistic domain, and I want to switch my career into SAP MM consultant. I need further guidance regarding this. Yeah, if you have a 5 years experience and your mindset is more about to become a consultant, not just looking into the package or maybe the growth, think about whether you are able to balance your working role, where a company may put you into different locations too. If you go into a consulting firm in a different like domestic projects are there, they may ask you to travel different location also. Are you able to manage this comfortably as a consultant, or only your company, like today you are working in a company where you are managing like 5 days working, 3 days working, or 2 days working, you are comfortably managing from your location? So stick to the same profile only, continue in that profile for a long time. If you're ready to take up any extra effort and take all these challenges in your career, then you go and explore it. Because when you see more and more clients, more and more experience of different clients to handle and experiment, you do it right with that, then it's really good that you can handle any kind of people in the market, right? Even I want to talk to any CEO, CTO, or CFOs, any kind of a like top level management people are there in the market. I can go and speak to them very confidently. I will not find a hesitation to speak to them. Okay, so yeah, it will help you if you switch from a domain of logistics to a consultant. You can choose maybe EWM also. With MM, you can learn basics of MM module wherever. Like you can find our YouTube channel also. If you search my name with TagSkills, you can find a lot of videos are there. Learn out of that videos. MM module, you can get it. Then you can put up LE module knowledge, then EWM module knowledge. Then you can apply for a role of maybe senior position in a company, get more exposure of EWM role in a company side. Maybe there are a few e-commerce platform companies are there, maybe logistics companies are there. They will be more looking who has a MM, LE, EWM, all the area of expertise. Then you can join that company. Then you can become a MM consultant or EWM consultant. It's your choice. Okay. Then hi Shetty, how I can know a particular field that where the data is stored in a table and field. Okay, so in SAP screen you have to click on particular field help button. If you click on the help button, then pop-up will come. There's a fourth option, technical information. Click on the technical information. It will give a table and field name. In some cases, it will not show a table, it will show a structure. So in that time, it's difficult for you to find a directly which table stores this field. Okay, example, you go with the enjoyable transaction, ME21N or ME59N, whatever enjoyable transaction is there. That enjoyable transaction has a structure, not a table. If you go with the MM01 or SK01 or ME01 or anything which is not having n enjoyable, so that case you can find a table and field combination info. Okay, and if you want to know more about structure, the difference, how to find under this structure, how many tables are there, there are different T codes are there, SE98 or some T code where you can go and research about table details and field with reference to that structure. So I will explore more on that. I'm not able to recall at this moment. So I'll talk to even a ABAP or maybe senior person who know about how to find a table under a structure. Okay, example, I want to know how many tables come under the purchase order creation, ME21N. I know today, like because of experience, EKQ, EKPU, EKKN, EKB, like this four T code I just refer for a header level EKQ, item level EKPU, and account assignment level. If you want to know EKKN, then history level you want to check about the table EKB, EKB. Then header level text or item level text, some fields are CDPOS, CD. POS, some tables are there. So you can you can just search EK a star in a SE69. You can go and go to table level in SAP screen. then type ek star, then it will show all the ek star, all the table which comes under ek series. Or you want to check something ek or eban in a pr, it's eban, or some other tables are there. And in metal master it is like mara, marci, mardi, mew. You can just type ma star, right? So if you know one table, then you want to know multiple table which has under this particular transaction or on the master data, you can find out all the tables. And you want to download all the tables respective to a module level, I don't think it's possible, but you can search in a database and you can download all the list, and from that you can make a final list of all the table which comes under module. It's possible. If you sit with the ABAPer and you want to find out all the list of table for a one module, you can download that and you can keep it as a reference. Okay, I used to keep that as a reference whenever I was working for a development requirements. Okay, any changes which I used to get it right. I used to keep a lot of reference. I used to research more and more, keeping data ready whenever the project is going to come. Okay, so that's why I always say, right, preparation is really matters to become a successful. Okay, I'm not successful today completely, I can say that. Who are all successful today in the consulting firm, or maybe in a technology, or they're all doing good, great. So they generally prepare well and they plan for the day and execute the process on the same day. If something missed out today, they will do it for tomorrow. They will not drag much with the plan what they have did, like what to execute and all. Yeah, I think that's it. All the questions are answered by me. Okay, whatever I know already, I'm training a lot of aspirants. Already I mentioned last one discussion that I'm training today. Maybe I can say 40-45 aspirants personally. I'm coaching and managing them to get into the consulting side. So that all videos are available. I'll try to edit that videos and upload into YouTube, so that can be referred by others, and you can follow the sessions whichever available. And if you want any support system or maybe preparation on job hunting or maybe placement side and all, you always reach out to our organization. You can just create a profile by going with the website, and there's a join for free or book for demo. Some options are there. Just click on that and fill all the details and then submit. So that data will be available. You can talk to our team very openly. Like, we will not even charge for the discussion or counseling. We will not charge at all. That I will confirm you here also in this live session. We will not charge anything for a discussion or counseling or any discussion you're looking for. Will not charge anything. But later you are looking for a personal touch, maybe 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, or maybe one package you want to buy to take care of entire your preparation, and you want to help until you get placed. We are the right team to take up that. We are not into just a training. We are more into a target of training and successfully placing into a particular role. So a lot of people are there outside in the market are jobless. Please help, support, push, guide, educate. Nothing you lose. Okay, it will help you definitely in different way. Indirectly, they may help you other time when you support them to get a one single income source. When you see someone is very good, attitude wise good, behavior is really good, polite person, struggling a lot, one income source is not there for that person to handle his family. Take care of them, talk to them, discuss with them, give a time to them. When you make money, when you become successful because of our support or from some other platform, someone is really helping you, you support another 10 people to make their life easy. Okay, don't be like selfish at any moment. Yes, we are going to run some of the activity with the paid services because of we have to balance it, no other way, right? Commercially, we have to think about little part of uh, a little part or whatever I see today. But our vision is clear that we have to achieve a lot of things to place people. And not only in SAP, there are different ERP applications that are there. People are not aware about multiple application which I can see. Ariba is there, Salesforce is there, and Oracle also you can find position in different organization. Then Zoho is there, which is used in few companies. ServiceNow is an application which is about tools that also needs ServiceNow consultant. And business one is there. You can be a consultant of business one instead of directly getting into HANA as per HANA or something vast in the nature, right? So you have to start your position as a consultant in any organization. Once you become a consultant, handling any project of any application development or maybe end-to-end activity you're managing from starting a business requirement to making it live, it's the same simple process will be followed in SAP. But we follow Activate methodology for the implementation part of SAP. And how different application integrate also you should learn. It's not like you have to join any training institute to know about how SAP S/4HANA Ariba will integrate, and Salesforce and SAP S/4HANA integrate. and any third party logistic 3PL portals are there in the market which is used, and how it is integrating with SAP, right? So all this about technology knowledge you should have, and you should know about AI and generative AI, and now how this data are managed in different applications. All that you have to explore. You have to explore more and more knowledge you have to acquire. Okay, then one fine day you can become a consultant. Okay, don't stick into only this area. I just learn. If I learn this, and then I'll get a job. Someone will make a fraud commitment, right? Oh, you'll get a 10 lakh package, just you follow this much only, nothing to worry. After a couple of months, you just go and ask, like, I'm not getting this offer or package. Then you become negative. Okay, even that time someone say anything extra also, or maybe additional, they will give a more knowledge also, you are not ready to listen. So that's why whenever you are committing with anyone, initially you commit with whatever effort is required to be clearly mentioned. Even you are going to be a coach or maybe mentor for some other non-SAP people or fresher, so commit with them that this much of experience you have to gain, experience you should knowledge you should get it from this person. Then from that only you can become a consultant. So be clear about your approach and guide, educate, and make someone successful with your effort. Okay, thank you all for joining the meeting, and I hope this session is really helped you all to know about how to prepare for the role of consultant, with a couple of resume reference I have given, and I have done some walkthrough with a couple of interview questions, and I have given a lot of GAN to all about how to support each other and build your community. At the end, people say about your effort, your experience, and about your support with the society, right? So that's only will left out with you. Nothing else I can say. Thank you all. Have a great day. I have seen that 50 plus are joined to know about this, all the exposure of experience. Maybe this recording of whatever we are sharing, maybe it'll reach 500,000 or 2,000, 10,000 or 1 lakh people. So it's all about how much you share this video to your connections, friends, colleagues who is looking for such knowledge. And also you can comment about any additional thing need to be discussed in the next future. We will be keeping regularly every Sunday some meeting, not only with me, with the other experienced people we will be inviting, and we'll be trying to share a general knowledge about what knowledge you should acquire and experience you should have in a long term of your consulting journey. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.